I can hardly believe it. We got some breaking news. We're live from the Sturgis area to tell you something that's it's going to be announced for the Sturgis Rally. Stay tuned.
Do 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 do.
Something happened in Sturgis, actually Tuesday here, the 18th of February. We had some, just something you can't hardly even believe what's going on. I kind of mentioned something about this, I think it was last year or the year before. I kind of was talking to one of the parties about this item, and they were like, I don't think that's going to happen. It costs too much money, all that kind of stuff.
Not enough room.
And you're thinking, what the heck are you guys talking about? Well, what's going on is what happened on Tuesday. You know that Sturgis, Harley Davidson, that store that's down there on Junction there. It's right across from the Gas Monkey garage there. You know, they've always been having clothing. They have a parts counter there. They've been doing it for about 20 years. They've been doing that down there.
It's a great store, great location.
Yep, and it's open year-round and all that kind of stuff, so it's kind of cool. But what they did on Tuesday was they sold the first brand new Harley Davidson out of the store.
How about that?
You know, so we're going to tell you it was a CVO. It was a Pan American, and sold. And we don't have the gentleman's name that bought it. I think his last name was Johnson, maybe, but I'm not sure on that. But that was kind of cool. But I mean, you're like, well, what's that got to do with the Sturgis Rally? Well, some of you may have seen him on our channel, Tim Sutherland. He actually had
a racing team, the Ride Fast Racing.
You know, we talked to him last year in Daytona, over there at JoJo's at the pizza place
at Giuseppe's
Pizza right there. They had the couple of the racers there. We did some interviews with him. We've also talked to him. He was out there at the Buffalo Chip. He actually was one of the co-owners of Lloyd's Garage out there that did all the work, performance work and stuff on Indians. Okay. So, and you're still saying, what's an Indian guy got to do with Harley Davidson selling a motorcycle? Well, that's where this is all getting to. What's ended up happening is Tim's been coming out there for over 20 years coming to the Sturgis Rally. Well, he got reached out by Sonic Group, which is who owns Black Hills Harley Davidson right now, and said, we might be interested in doing something. And he's like, okay, what do you got in mind? Well, here's what's going on. They're taking the Junction store and turning it into a full-service dealership. Can you believe that? You've never been able to buy a new motorcycle within the city limits of Sturgis before.
Harley Davidson.
That's right. How great. You buy a brand new Indian there, but you never could buy a Harley Davidson. So here we got what's going on here is this has got the blessings of Harley Davidson, and we pretty much think Harley Davidson might have had something involved with making this push happen because they're going to need more motorcycles. They're going to turn that into a full-service dealership. So right now, they've got a parts department. They've got clothing and accessories and stuff like that. They're going to start bringing bikes in. They're going to have about 30 to 40 bikes starting soon in the showroom year-round. But what they're doing during the Sturgis Rally, just to kind of give you an idea, if you look behind the store that's there, they own that property behind there. Sometime, probably this week or next week, they're going to be closing on the property next door, which if you look across the street there from Sherman, yes. There's a law office there. They are buying that up. So during the Sturgis Rally, there's going to be a gigantic tent put there. I don't know if it's 30 by 40. I don't remember exactly what the size they told me, but a big tent. And they're going to put a bunch of motorcycles underneath that tent. And then you might be saying, well, I always like to park on the Harley lot and, go in the store, plus walk around or go walk across the street and check out, the Gas Monkey garage or go down the main street. Will I still be able to do that? Yes, they're still going to have the parking out front. There are going to be some bikes probably lined up across the front, but you'll still have most of that parking lot is still going to be
for parking.
That's right, for Sturgis, free parking for everybody. So once again, you might be saying, what's this Tim Sutherland got to do with it? Well, he's now the new sales manager for the sales. He came out of retirement. He sold the racing team. He let Lloyd take over the other half of
Lloyd's Garage at the Buffalo Chip.
Yep, and they also had shops otherwise. They also had some Indian dealers, and he just kind of now stepped back from all of that, got cut all ties with Indian, and now he's getting more and more involved with Harley Davidson. So this is a really cool thing. And one of the other things, if you ever looked at Indian over there, if you would buy a brand new Indian motorcycle from Sturgis, you could look on the front fender down at the bottom. There was a little medallion that was on there that said you bought this bike in Sturgis, South Dakota. And I always say, I told Harley Davidson, I've said it over and over, and I've said, how cool would it be to buy me a bike in Sturgis that has some kind of medallion or something on it to do that? Well, what they're doing for the new bikes is they've had a custom-made derby cover, which we haven't got pictures of it yet. It's the rough drawing's done. They're going to be coming in soon. As soon as we get the actual, what it looks like, they're going to take a picture and send it to us so we can show you guys what that's going to be looking like. So this is a really cool adventure. I'm really excited about it. Corporate Harley is really all excited about it. We've also got, Black Hills Harley, which is owned by the Sonic. They're all on board, and nothing has changed at Black Hills Harley. It runs exactly the same now as it did 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Things haven't changed that much. They bought that lot next door. But other than that, it's still the same great dealership. It's the same management team there. Al's still running it as the GM. Mike's our big contact that we have. He's still there. He's the second in command there. So we've got a lot of good relationships with them. But this is just so exciting that this is happening. And that's like I told them. There's probably people, I would even consider, I'm not saying I'm going to buy a motorcycle, but I said I would really consider to say that I've got a motorcycle that I bought from Sturgis, South Dakota, the Harley dealer. The Sturgis Indian dealer is one of the largest ones in the United States. And I think so many people, not just during the rally time, they sell bikes all year long out there. And I think people come there because they wanted to buy a bike that's got that Sturgis, say my bike came from Sturgis. So I think this is a big step for them to be able to do this with Harley Davidsons. And I think they're going to sell more bikes during this year for the 2025, for the 85th Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. This is just super, super cool. Come down here in the comments and tell me what you think about this. Is this something it's a good idea? Well, one of the other things that we want to tell you about, you're like, well, there's no shop there. Well, here's what they're doing. Within the next 2 years, they're going to be adding on to that building, or maybe they're going to build another one behind. They're still working on the plans on what they're going to do. But they're going to build a full-service shop there. So that way, if you're in Sturgis and your bike breaks down, or you need to have some work done on it, or tires, or whatever.
Or if it's still under warranty, you don't have to ship it all the way out to Rapid City.
Yep. So that's another cool thing that can be happening. I think that's a big thing, especially for us that ride Harley Davidsons. If your bike is under warranty, or if you want to get a good deal on whatever they got going on, or you want Harley to do your oil changes, or whatever the case may be, you'll be able to have that done right in downtown Sturgis. So that's really cool what's going on. The city's all excited about it. We actually got a letter just a couple days ago telling us this has all happened. We just got done talking to Tim Sutherland. I called him this morning and talked to him a little bit about this. That's why I had a little bit more information to kind of tell you about this. But wanted to just get some great breaking news to you guys because I'm really excited. I can't believe this.
He can hardly contain himself.
I said when I read it, and we knew Tim. We've met him several times. He's a great guy. When I called him, he's like, "Yeah, Bob, I know who you are." And he said, "We were just talking about you guys." So we appreciate that they're loyal watchers of our channel too, and know that we give out some great information. But this is just I couldn't say enough. There's been a lot of Harley dealers that have gone in and out of business, but to be able to take the dealership that was in town and flip it over to be a full service dealership is just unreal. Plus this year we're going to be able to see the bikes being sold. I don't know if they'll be able to have any temporary repairs during the time there. Right now we're not seeing that. But he told me within the next 2 years they should have the full service department there too.
So I wonder if they're going to compete or if they're going to add the two numbers together for their total sales. Because you know how they always figure that out.
Don't know. They might add them. I don't know. We didn't ask that question. It'd be another question that we'll have to ask Mike and see what he thinks about that. If they're going to combine that to be, I would think they probably would combine it. Maybe each one would have their own numbers that they sold from their store, but they would give, because this is how many that the dealership, because it's the same dealership.
Right.
When you go to all the little towns around there that have, other than Gillette, but all the other dealerships that are around there are all the Sonic Group. They're all the ones selling clothing and stuff in Deadwood and Hill City and all the other towns. Those are all, other than Sundance, those are all Sonic Group. So this is really cool, really exciting. We wanted to bring this to you guys so you could hear this excitement that's going on. You know, we've had a lot of issues going on in the city of Sturgis, and this is just something good that's coming out of, you know, just something great. Something good for the coming up for the rally. It's kind of neat and exciting. It'd be cool to see the new bikes that are sitting out in front of the dealership there. I don't know. I can't wait. Can't wait to get there and see what they got going on, see what they do. Because they had a store remodeled inside last year. Yeah. They just kind of finished it up before the Sturgis Rally. So we'll have to see how they're going to move stuff around to be able to get 30 or 40 bikes in there just anyway. But I mean, the other bikes will probably be, like I said, when they have the tent out there. So there'll be a lot of bikes. They've talked to Harley Davidson, so there should be a good abundance of bikes at both locations. And with Sonic Group there's a lot of good money coming into the dealership now, so there's probably going to be a lot of really great used bikes if you're looking for something used. Tam got that Sportster last year.
Yeah, I did. It was a pretty good deal.
And low miles. You couldn't ask for anything better than that.
Nope.
So that's kind of exciting. So I'm speechless. With that, we're going to leave you right here.
Can you believe he's speechless? Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope you enjoyed the news. And if you have any comments, put them down here. Let us know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share us with your family and friends. Give us a big thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications. And we'll see you on the next video.
Oh, and don't forget about our sponsors.
That's right.
So we got sponsors here that we appreciate. We might be adding a couple more. We just
right.
got done talking to a few other people today, and they said, well, let's see what we can do for you guys. So we appreciate that. We appreciate all of our sponsors. You know, we're getting ready for Daytona. You're going to see a lot of them come on the channel here. We did the video the other day. Any of our sponsors, you can book appointments now. Nothing better than, hey, I want to do speeds, or I want to do the fairing exchange, or I want to do all about customs.
Wide open customs.
Camp Easy Ride. They're going to be over, just got done talking to them. They're going to be at Crazy Horse all setting up. They got a great compound set up. They got a good crowd coming in. So if you're still looking for a tent, you still got time, because they're going to start setting up on Wednesday already next week, and to start putting this all together, because, hey, it's getting close. We're going to be pulling out of here. Friday, we head to Las Vegas. I don't know if I'm putting this out on Friday or Saturday. If it came out on Saturday, we're actually on an airplane heading to Daytona. So, because I didn't know how I'm going to...
Say your prayers, because there's been an awful lot of motorcycle accidents, airplane accidents.
There's probably been a lot more plane accidents than there's been motorcycles this year. This is crazy. It's getting...
I said the year we're going to fly everywhere, and now all this is happening.
Yeah, we got about like 10 flights that we've got set up for this year. So yeah, that's just really crazy. Like I said, we do spawn... You know, we got the haul bike video that just came out the other day. Check that out. Even if you're not... I just had somebody write me in the comments within the first hour and said, wow, I've had haul my bikes lots of times. They're top notch. They're number one. And we've heard that all through the industry with them, that they do great work. First of all, to have a company that's that big and they only haul motorcycles,
they got to be doing something right to be in business all those years.
Yeah, so that's something that's cool and stuff like that. So if you need any information like that, if you want to get a hold of any of the vendors that we deal with, you can contact us. We can get you the phone numbers if they weren't put on that video, to get a hold of them and find out what's going on. You know, Boss Hoss is going to be there. That's another one of our big sponsors. They got that great ceramic spray, which is just priceless. I can't believe how good that stuff worked. But I mean, it was to put something on that gave that kind of a finish with no work was just, I couldn't believe how good. A couple people wrote me and said they ordered some and they have to let me know how it turned out.
Back in the day when we used to wax the cars, that was a pain.
Wax on, wax off. You know how that all works. So at that, we've let the sponsorship run enough, so you've probably seen all those names come flashing by. So we do appreciate you all. You'll be seeing some videos coming up here real soon from Daytona. We're going to be talking to the police chief. We're also going to be talking to the city. One of the biggest questions people have, and we're going to try to figure that out when we get there, is they want to know, can I ride my bike around the racetrack during the races? In the past, yes. Right now, they never put any information out kind of on this, and people that work at the track do not know anything about this. No. They never do. Most of the people. The first
year we got asked this question, we went everywhere to try to get an answer. And everybody says, yeah, I think they do. Yeah, I think they do. But no one ever knew what you had to do, how you went about getting it, how much it cost, or if it was free. So we're going to try to get all the information from you.
So we know in the past, the way it worked last year was you had to have a ticket to one of the races. I don't know if it was the 200 or which one it was. You had to have a ticket for that. Then you paid again to ride the track. I don't remember if it was 25 or $50 to take the one lap around the track. And it's after the race they did it, and they call it a parade lap, but it's after the race. It's not before, it's after the race. So we're going to find out. We do have some connections through the racing industry that if worst comes to worst, if the city doesn't know what's going on with that, we do have some people that are in the race industry that we should be able to find it out through them. So hopefully by Tuesday, we should have a video that we'll be putting out, which will be talking from the city, also talking from the police chief. We'll probably do 2 different videos there for that. Keeping you out of trouble. We got a bunch of new questions we're going to be asking him this year to keep you all out of trouble, to where you don't have to keep asking these millions of questions, same questions everybody asks every single time. So there you go.
Just come here.
We're going to see, if you're coming, we'll see you in Daytona. And if you need to email us, you can send us your phone number. We'll text you our number, and then you can text us back, and you'll have that to contact us. Right now, the only thing we've got is on both Sundays during the rally, we will be at
The Beaver Bar.
for breakfast from about 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock both mornings. We found out the Badgers aren't coming this year. We had talked about maybe doing a meet and greet with them. Other than that, I don't have anything else planned at this time. Once we get down there, we might, so kind of keep a track of Facebook. We'll try to post it on there if we decide to do something other than those 2 events. So there you go. So if you're coming to Daytona, we'll see you then. If not, we'll see you at another rally. If not, you can see us on a whole bunch of videos between now and then.
There you go. We'll just come to your living room. We'll come to you. You don't even have to come to us.
There you go.
Thanks. We appreciate you guys too.
And we'll see you all later.
Bye.